It's your boy the Pro, here with the Bro Simon here, having a little look. Now this is an original take on a ban list video, because you're sick of them, you've seen hundreds of them. We're going to tell you what we think, us players think of what will be good, what will do well, what will take tournaments. And we've also got a lovely little look at the new set. We've got secrets, we've got supers, we've got future, everything. So tune and stay with me.
I'm sure you've all seen the ban list by now, but I thought I'd give you a little rundown of what's changed and what we think is going to be better and what's going to be worse. Ban cards quickly, Future Fusion. It essentially just gets used in OTK decks. Nobody's actually played this for anything that it's actually meant for anymore. You didn't have to play it in Dragons because it was dead after turn 2, but most people did. Obviously Heroes, dump some guys, make a Absolute Zero or a Shining. It's just silly card, so that's gone.
Prohibits card design as well.
Yeah. Brownic, a lot of people didn't understand why this was gone. I'll tell you now why. Atlantean structure decks coming out. Atlanteans get their effects when they're discarded or sent to the grave by water monsters. Brownic is a water monster and quite a good one.
Oh yeah.
So you summon Deep Sea Diva. You get the Atlantean that lets you normal summon again that turn. You normal summon a level 4 guy, which lets you discard a water monster from your hand, search one from your deck to your hand. You synchro this, you discard the one and anything else you just searched with. You get to bounce at least 3 or 4 cards, plus destroying 3 or 4 cards in one turn. It's a bit good. We'll do a feature of the Atlantean deck and we'll bring this out and show you how this changes compared to how you play it now. But yeah, Brownic's the other.
So we'll be Konami and we'll limit it again. Then you, the viewers, will ban it again because you'll hate it.
So that's the banned ones. Bradley's going to have a look at the cards got to 1.
Well, let's have a little look here. Sport to 1. Well, it's Japanese logic, but also if it's at 1, you're not going to use multiples with plants. Some people would to abuse spawn. It's a good level 1 tuner. Whether it gives loads black plants, I think you have to build plants absolutely super duperly perfectly for it to be phenomenal.
We built a few builds of plants and 2 or 3 of them are really good, really fast, really quickly, like 1-for-1s every straight away, like make a formula, make a librarian, synchro. So plants are viable. Whether or not they're the best deck, I'd probably say no, but they are good. They're good enough to win games, certainly good enough to top tournaments, especially local ones. But Spore just gives them a little something back. Other cards that have come back lets them play again, but obviously we'll go on them in a minute. But yeah, Spore's at 1.
Lone Fire Dandy is still a combo.
It is, yeah. Zen Mighty is down to 1. All the people that didn't like getting wind up looped or just wind up OTK'd because it was Zen Mighty, big guy. That's 6,000 almost in the field, so it's at 1. Wind ups, potentially the best deck still, because where you lack the hand combo, people have realised, oh hang on, there's other combos you can now do them. So there's 2 combos where you can do 9-4 and 9-2 on the field in one turn.
2 cards.
They're obviously OTKs. Still very consistent. Factory's still very good. Rabbit, if you let it keep going, it just gets pluses everywhere. So carry it at 1 is annoying because you have to know when to play this now though. You can't just pick up wind-ups, like not know what you do and do a hand loop and then still expect to win. You have to know when to play this, when not to play it, which ones are the best ones to go to.
Insector Hornet to 1. Now, for me, Insectors punish you for playing the game. They slap you. No, you can't summon. No, you can't do that. Because you're going to get punished by a Hornet. Now, the problem with that deck was always consistency. It was always drawing your combo cards together. Although, I still think if Insectors draw this early game in the Dragonfly, they win. But you've got responses for that. You've got Veilers. You've got warnings. You've still got stuff to counter it. So, this to 1 and Dragonfly to 1, oopsie daisies, off the scale. I think it's pretty dead. Unless one of you want to prove me wrong. Top of YCS. You're the man, or the girl.
Chaos Sorcerer is at 1. So now you've got BLS at 1, Chaos Sorcerer at 1. 3 of these running around dragons, it was just silly. You had all the big boss monsters, dragons to deal with, plus 3 of these. This to 1 makes dragons a little bit less potent, but still a very good deck. Obviously means chaos decks are a bit less potent as well. But it's still a good deck.
Photon Strike Bouncer is still a card.
Photon Strike Bouncer is a good card. But what can I say? Chaos Sorcerer 1, I think that's where it should be, to be fair. A lot of people are saying BLS shouldn't be at 1 if this is at 1, there should be more than that, but I can certainly see reasons why they should both be one. Now I have them both there as well.
Ultimate Offering, absolutely crappy card design. No, I'm not talking about the picture, I'm talking about the scribble. Now the scribble is ridiculous. It's good in gadgets, it's good in future sets, Medolce apparently. It's just so good. Like, you can spam the field, anything which lets you do over and over and over and over and over. If they flip this in gadgets, it's ridiculous. The point that you can use it in your opponent's turn as well to drop a Caius is retarded. So, yeah, to 1 is fair enough. At least we can space that because spaces are free. So yeah, 1 is fair, really fair. To be fair, I don't understand why it was at more than 1. It's ridiculous, especially with Exceeds. Next, Red Eyes Dragons. Oh my god, they were so good last format. Like, they could just go spam, spam, Red Eyes Pulsar. And it's like such a hard field to get over because they're not tiny. It's a big dragon. What am I going to do? Cry and go home to Mammy? So, to 1 is fair enough. It does hurt the deck a bit, but as Sai says, the deck is not that bad. Like, you just need to be innovative with it. So, you're the creators. Create, please entertain me. I want to hear your ideas.
Fan favourite, which people have wanted for a while, Tsukiyumi.
Sook the book.
It's at 1, finally. It's been banned for quite a long time, at least 3 years or 4 years maybe at most. When I saw it was unbanned, I went through all my cards, I pulled out 10 of these, and apparently they're all £3 to £8 now, for the rare ones and the common ones, so I was quite happy with that. It's not as good as it was, obviously, because back in the day it was summon Sook, put your Monarch face down, attack over its 1000 defense. I found out when I started playing it now, it's summon Sook, put your Christia face down. Oh, Christia's got 2/2 defense. It's not quite as good.
2/3.
2/3's even bigger.
Yeah.
It's still very good. We've been messing around with it quite a bit.
It's a Thunder-King killer. Everybody knows that. That's what it's for.
Yeah. Played it with Super Nimble Mega Hamster. Flip that, get Raikou. Raikou goes face down. Summon Sook, put the hamster face down again. Then next turn you can either flip the hamster or the Raikou, kill cards, search more cards. It's quite good. It's pretty hard to get off though, depending on what you're playing against. If you're playing against boss monsters, they just run over everything and don't care about what you want to do next turn. Playing against something slower, it'll be very good. It's an interesting card though. It could affect the format. I don't think it will do anything to define it at all. When it first came out, it obviously did. You had Dekoichi, flip it down, flip it back up, draw another card. So many different ways to abuse it. There's not as many now, and because of what's been released in the game, it's a bit too fast for it. But Sook's an interesting card. I'm glad that came back. People were asking for Sinister Serpent back. I'd just like to slap you in the face because Atlanteans getting a water monster back every turn to discard to use their effects seems a bit good to me. Tribe Infecting Virus as well. I don't think that card's going to come back for a while. That kills entire deck types, and that's not really something that you want to be doing. Especially when they've brought other decks back from the brink, you don't want to give them a card that kills that deck.
Support for Atlanteans as well. Like, Atlanteans would love that. A proper discard.
The water monster. Yep, discard would be very good. So that's the cards we decided to look at that came back to 1. There are other ones, but
yep,
they're the main ones, the defining ones. Cards that went to 2, we've only got 4 to look at, but they're the most potent ones, I think. Rescue Rabbit went from 3 to 2. It slows the deck down a bit, it does. You can't say it doesn't because you've got less chance of drawing Rabbit. It's still a very good deck though, if not the best deck. Because first turn Rabbit into Lagia, setting back rows is still very good. You've now got space with Tour Guide going to 2 and Rabbit to 2 to put 2 extra cards in your deck. Because you've got space. So people have gone back to playing Guayabas, people have gone back to playing Snowman Eaters. Personally I went for Vanity's Emptiness, which seems a better choice because it stops more stuff and it's so unexpected. Rescue Rabbit though, still one of the best decks, so 2 that isn't really too bad. I'd leave it at 2, I wouldn't put it at 1. Even if it won everything, I don't think it needs to go to 1. It's the other things in the deck that might need to get hit.
I think Rabbit's a bit harder to play now because yes, you still got to summon the Rabbit, but at the end of the day, people will be setting their horrible snowmen with the Russian hats. Baker, yeah, Baker likes these girls who wear Russian hats who sit on beds. Let's just say, yeah, Guy Hanton go to hell because before I summoned a Rabbit, Mitlagia, hit, Juju, my face dropped like a pile of crap. And it went back extra. So yeah, you got to be more careful with Rabbit. Like you've got to go into Dolka a bit more because people are setting the snowmans and stuff, and it's really annoying. Like, you just got to play him a bit more skillful with it.
It got to a point last time as well when you what cards people might play, even if they thought they were tech choices. Somebody's already done it somewhere. Beginning with format's always interesting because people have got new ideas. So what could make an Adolka might have been a really good play last time and attacking the face down. The card comes something completely different this time. Different back rows could stop it. Yeah. Compulsory seeing a lot more play as well.
It's better because people are maining light sale. I think Dolka's hard this format.
Dolka seems really good. It's still 2-3 though, so you need to defend it.
Yeah.
Compulsory is going to see more play as well, especially when the Atlanteans come out, because that card in 3 in that deck is silly. It's like unreal. For example, you summon Deep Sea Diva, you get Atlantean Armsman, which lets you normal summon again. Compulsory your Diva back to your hand, summon the Diva again with Atlantean's effect, get another guy, attack with Marksman, special summon another guy from your deck. You can either Exceed or you can Synchro. Deck is crazy. Like I said, we've got a video coming about that, so the day that deck is released, I'm going to be taking the day off work and doing a video about the deck, and it's going on YouTube straight away.
There you are, day off Simon's payday for you. What more can we do?
So I get paid for it, but it's just free time. I have to give it up for you.
Right, next, Collie the Moon. Now, my first ever top was with Blackwing, so it is nice to see Blackwings get a card back. Although, I don't think it does much for us. Like, although it's such a good card, and yes, it's so much better. Obviously, it's Kalut, but I just think there's better decks in it, like Rabbit, Wind-Ups, Heroes, Dark Worlds.
We tested Rabbit against Blackwing and Rabbit, didn't we?
Yeah.
Blackwing and Wind-Ups, and Blackwing is an annoying deck. It's very good. It's one of my favourite decks because, as you can see from the old videos on TeamNet, I used to play it a lot. I used to win a lot with it. When you had Strike Fighter, I never lost a game that entire format when I was playing Blackwings with it. It's one of the decks. It's not going to win tournaments. It's not going to top 8 major tournaments. It's not going to do anything there. But it's good enough that it can beat you in the tournament. Odd rounds it'll beat you, and that loss it'll knock you out of the tournament because you can still go Open Whirlwind, summon Shura,
well,
get
Igris is ridiculous.
Igris is very good, especially against Wind-Ups. Igris does a lot. It clears the field.
Rabbit as well.
Rabbit, it's not so good against because you can lag
I quite liked it though. Like first turn setup, it was quite good.
It's good first turn, yeah. It stops them going at the Rabbit, but once they've got a lag out, it doesn't do anything.
Doesn't do anything.
But people are playing 7 tools as well again at the minute because again it's being in the format, so people are trying these kind of things. Double Clute's obviously very good. To make Blackwings a tier 1 deck, you need Double Clute, Double Gale, Double Whirlwind at least, and then even then it might not be good enough, but
it'd be nice if Whirlwind.
Exceed support might help it because you find you've got nothing to do if you can't synchro with a Boar and a Shura. A Blackwing Exceed might be good. I don't know what it would do. If you've got any thoughts of that, obviously message us or send us a little link of your own video making about what Blackwing should be. But Clute Stew is a step in the right direction. Hopefully the Japanese will complain a bit more because Blackwings is the Japanese favourite deck. And hopefully
we all know what the Blackwings and the Asians are like.
Yeah, hopefully we'll get something back. Agent of Mystery Earth. It's an important card to go back to 2.
Definitely.
When the structure deck came out, the fairy one, everybody was playing these and they were very good until you learn how to play against them. And then to be honest, you can beat them without siding. Well, that's what I found anyway. Obviously you still side against and make it easier, but you didn't have to. Earth to 2 though, seems fair. Summon Earth, get your Venus, or anything along those lines if you want it later.
People won't veil your Earth either, they'll wait for the Venus, so it is always going to be that +1. And if you can protect Earth for a turn, summon your Venus, then they activate effect. Okay, Veiler. The Veiler, the Venus, then it's still synchro. So it's still, I think, it's still a really good deck.
Hyperion's a very good
Hyperion is a card. Like it's like a Dark Armed, but we won't until Keyhand. It's obviously not on that level, but it's still really, really a good card. So
another thing with Earth, coming back to 2, you've got a lot of little cards that people should pick up and say, hang on, you can play these in fairies now. When you used to go Venus, make a Gachi, you can now go Venus, make a Dagusta Phoenix. If you don't know what Dagusta Phoenix does, it's a very good Exceed monster. It's 2 level 2 monsters to make it. It's got 1500 attack, and once per turn you can detach a material from it to target a wind monster you control, which can be itself or anything else, and that card can attack twice this turn. So you can find yourself doing Venus, paying to make Dagusta Phoenix and have another Shine Ball. Phoenix's effect lets you attack for 3000. 16 off Venus and then another, was it 500 off Shine Ball or 300, whatever it is. That's quite a lot of damage just from a Venus. When you think about it, you're paying 1500 to do that much damage to a opponent, that's good. And then after that, if you can drop in a Hyperion as well, that's almost game.
Christia is such a good card as well, if you can drop it consistently, it's so good. Like
it's good against a lot of things.
I think Earth just gives that consistency, which is good. Next we've got Debris. Now, I love me Chaos Plants. I love my plants, I love my chaos plants, I love every type of plants. So I like debris back so much. I even liked it in, although I only played one at a time, I played it in, I teched it in X-Sabers, yes, shout at me. But it was so good, like I could get some debris.
It was good at one point actually,
yeah.
Get Dark Souls.
Bring back Dark Souls,
Get the
Dark
Dark
Souls
Souls
Black. Like, it's so good, but gives our plants a little bit more consistency. It's such a good card still, but you know.
So my plants is going to be a popular deck because it is fun to play. It's one of the most fun to play.
It's so good. Like again,
Maxi still hurts here, but now you've got the option of 2 Debris Dragon, Spores back. You've got Dandelion still. A lot of people are playing Copy Plant, which is very good. It's a level 1 tuner and a plant. You've still got Lone Fire. Librarians at 1. I think I'll Hodge be at 2 to be fair, and Formula should be banned, but that's just my opinion.
Formula's stupid. Formula's retarded. Like, it still do
still got Raikou. But all these cards coming back, I mean, deck types are going to change. Plants is a very good deck choice because it proves that Synchros are better than X-Seeds, to be fair. When you bring a Synchro out, it batters whatever X-Seed generally is on the field. But Debris Dragon 2 is very good, it lets you do a lot of things. You've got the choice of either playing 2 of these. You've got Junk Synchron, if you want to play them in tunings. You've got Doppel Warriors still. So a lot of innovation can be done with that.
I've got a shout out for Vitsa here. If you watch this, I don't really care, but I hope you do. I think your Gravekeepers will be back in it. They'll be on it like the bonnet, the keepers.
They seem quite strong.
Like, they seem so strong. Like, I'm going to be siding. I think I'm going to try one knock in my side just to try it out at first. Because with it being a slow format, people will be setting. Like Snowmans, Raikous, Night Assailant in some cases.
Spirit Reaper
like Spirit Reaper still. Like, you know, Sangan even. Like, with it being that slow format, I think you should really consider knocking your side.
A lot of other cards went to 2. Tour Guides are 2. I mentioned that
Obviously,
before.
yeah.
That needed to happen. The card is still broken. Pot of Dualities went to 2, which
just kill
it kind of is
consistency.
That's just for the Asian meta really, because they play Dualities and generally everything. It's not a card that needs to be a 2, I don't think, because it's just a fair card.
It's balanced.
It's 1 for 1. You can't special summon. You're gonna play 1 per turn. It's not too bad. Mirror Force is an interesting card. Went to 2. It didn't get played at all before, which I suspect is why they put it at 2. But again, at 2, you'd still rather have a D-Prison against most things instead of Mirror Forcing, unless it's a full field of like normal monsters. But against dragons, you want to D-Prison the Light Pulse, or you don't want to Mirror Force it because it gets its effect, and special summons something bigger to hit you with. Against heroes, you don't want to Mirror Force the Shining because they get their effects, they get a +2 off that. You want to D-Prison that.
Obviously.
Dark World, you definitely don't want to D-Prison the Grapher, you want to banish the
You do want to D-Prison the Grapher.
Yeah, you do want to D-Prison it, you don't want to Mirror Force
the Kids, D-Prison the Grapher, please.
I was just testing it.
Just
well
testing
done,
it.
YouTube.
Well done.
Yes.
Clever boys and girls.
What else is on the 2? Let's have a quick look. Oh yeah, emergency calls at 2. That's
Hits the consistency. They're
Heroes
just hitting
were
consistency. Like, they give some consistency back to some of the older decks, and they're hitting the consistency of some of the top decks, which is needed. Although I don't think Heroes losing an 8 call, wow, it's still an amazing deck.
Yeah,
I think that's gonna win YCS Toronto. I think
it's gonna be good because USA they've got the dark one as well, and the Escarado.
Yeah, Escarado is so good.
It's very good. What else went? Something else went into, didn't it? Something Bond. Emergency Call and Hero Lives. Yeah, Hero Lives is just pay half your life points, special summon the hero.
It's good in the
it didn't
Japanese
get played.
meta.
Yeah, it didn't get played as much here, but in the OCG they play that a lot.
Loads.
Let me use 3 of them. It's just crazy. Heroic Seal of Convocation. There's not really much to say about that. They hit it before it became a busted deck.
Well, I was tested against it, like, and it's so good, like, so generic. Like, I was stopping this place, counter, and I was in the crop.
Yeah.
Which isn't good. So.
I'm bored of doing this now. We've all seen
we've all seen it, but let's go on to the new stuff.
Before the new ones though, we need to tell you what cards have gone to 3, just in case you want to know. Marshmallow's at 3, that's quite cool. Marshmallow is like a spirit that does burn damage. A lot of decks want the main 3 of them at the minute, because it's so good. When you're main in 3, we ran 3 of them, you're generally going to go to time, and Marshmallow burns you in time. Necro Gardener is at 3, gives Light Sworn something to play again, another Luminor, another charge might be.
Light Sworn might shock well actually. That could be a shock. I don't think it will, I don't really
It needs another charge.
But all the sacks will be like, JD, I've still got BLS.
Yeah.
Happens to me.
D-Draw at 3, that should have been done a long time ago.
That Tefnut with Dad's quite interesting, but I just don't think it's as good as the... Yeah, it is. It's not as good as the top decks, I don't think, in my opinion.
Yeah, Teleport to 3 as well, that should have been done a while ago. Because the whole Dad deck isn't as good as it was anymore, even if you could play everything in it. Obviously 3 Solomons busted, so don't do that. Limited Area B's at 2, that card's very good in your side against... sorry, that's a 3, it was a 2. Card's very good against dragons, because all the dragons are massive. Heroes, everything that comes out goes to defense. They can't do anything. So if you're playing Rescue Rabbit deck, you want to be siding at least 1 or 2 of them because it's one of your best cards in your side deck.
Definitely.
Swords of Being Light is a 3. Not much you can say about that. It stalls for 3 turns. Everybody knows
What?
No, Watts, yeah. Bradley likes the Watt deck.
I think that's so good. Like I just like that they're a pain in your bum, but yeah.
Anyway, Magic Cylinder's a 3 as well, so that's you might want to watch out for that.
Yeah, Bernie.
Somebody will be siding 3 of them, remaining 3 of those.
Chainburn, baby.
Chainburn on normal decks. Anyway,
let's get on to the new stuff. We're sick of this. We're sick of this, baby. Let's have a look. Me and Simon's personal favourite, I think.
This is all from the new set, by the way.
Out of the new set is Grand Soil. We love the Grand Soil. Like, I just think it's like so good. Like, I really want someone. Like, we are messing around with it. Someone to make a good deck out of this.
James Barkley, who we saw skulking around in the background on our first video, he's made quite a good deck out of this. There's a lot of different ways you can play it. Essentially, if you don't know what Grand Soil does, it's level 8. It's got 2/8 attack and 2/2 defense. Can't be normal summoned or set. You have to special summon it from your hand when there's exactly 5 Earth monsters in your graveyard, no more. When it's special summoned, you can target 1 monster in either player's graveyard and special summon it your side of the field. When it's removed from the field, you miss skipping a battle phase, which is...
It's nothing for a monster reborn.
Yeah.
Like before I was playing Rabbit and like it probably beat us though because you went drop this and I didn't have a laggy at the time and I was like okay, I had bottomless it and you still get the reborn. Like he skips the next battle phase, but that's fine because he's just monster reborn.
I'm going to do a video just on this card, to be fair, with all the different ways you can play it because there's so many different ways.
I think we'll have a look at James's deck as well.
Yeah,
like.
we'll show you James's deck. What we talked about first was with Machiners, because they're all Earth. Just like a high monster beat with these, because you play Galluses, that's Earth, and it does this.
Yeah.
My personal favourite is the hamster way. The hamster with Key Mouse makes Interior Beast straight away. Card Troop is obviously an Earth. But these as well, you can drop as many of these as you want in a turn.
But also good generic cards. Card Car is an Earth. Maxi is an Earth.
TD Assailant's good against a lot of stuff, that's an Earth.
Exactly, like so many good cards.
Jiu-Jitsu Master.
And we've also got this other one, which is now Soul of the Silver Mountain. Mountain Man or someone. He's someone. But, of course, he's fantastic. He's a man, he's a horse. I don't know what the hell he is. He's some crapper. Anyway, Simon will describe his effect for you because it's too long.
He's an Exceed monster for the Earth deck. He needs 2 level 3 Earth monsters to make it. Once per turn, you detach a material from it to target 1 set card in your opponent's spell and trap card zone, and that card can't be activated as long as this card's face up on the field. If this destroys a monster in battle while it's got a material on it, you can target an Earth monster in your graveyard and special summon it in face up defense. That screams to me busted. It's 1800 So you summon it, if they can have a face up on monster or not, you activate its effect, target the back row. They can't activate that back row. If they've got more than 1, you can get out in defense, target that one. Next turn, target the other one. So you can effectively cold wave 2 cards as long as this card's face up on the field. Obviously you can attack over your Sangan, get your Jiu-Jitsu Master back. If you want, Jiu-Jitsu is a very good card, get your Card Trooper back.
Well yeah, you use Trooper so you can mill your free, so therefore you'll have a monster in the graveyard to resurrect with this. And
obviously Trooper's level 3 as well, so when you detach him, you can get him back straight away with this effect and use him again to make another one. I play 2 of these in the Earth deck, I think it's that good. I think it's so good.
Well I think we've had a good look at the Earth deck there, Simon. Yep. Let's move on to the next one. Gigantus X. Now these really, I think, are going to surprise some people actually. I think these. Oh, I'll get the other one out as well. Gear Gaia Armor.
This is Gear Gigantex, not Gigantes X.
Whatever. But they are good. Like they're all like Stratosy people, and that they can do bloody good combos. Like
personally, I'm not a massive fan of them. I mean, I think the deck itself's a bit weak.
I'm more of a I'm not impressed, but.
I think the Exceed's good though.
Yeah, he's so good, but so is this. Like, I think this card's not given enough credit. A lot of people say the deck loses the Thunder King, but it's got 19 defense, so you can sit on it for a while, and then wait till your prison, your Soul Taker. I think the deck's alright. Let's see if it surprises me though. Next, Dulce, just the girl deck. Pudding Princess, yeah, she's alright. Like I think the Medolces are not good this set at all. I think next set, next set is ridiculous.
They've got one which is a Stratos for any Medolce.
Oh sorry, she's really good.
You've got one which is a Stratos for any field spell in your deck. Obviously when they're destroyed they all go back to your deck so they can do stuff.
I think they're really interesting.
They're interesting. They're all sweet as well because they've literally got sweets all over them. They're quite interesting.
Next, Illusionary Snatcher. Monarch card. I think this would be great. Really confusing with rulings, but oh well. I think it'll be really good.
Mistimed Dolker with this card.
Mistimed Dolker, yeah.
Yep.
Frog Monarch players, I think you should definitely play it. Alistair doesn't like it.
I played 2, I think.
People don't like it.
Let's exceed with stuff,
definitely.
really. Yeah.
Next, last card. Prophecies. It's not really the card, just to represent prophecies. I think they're really good. Like this card, I love it. I think it's ridiculous. But I think that's for future sets. This deck, they're getting a Gravekeeper's Recruiter. I think
a lot of stuff.
We might have a feature of this.
It's worth stocking up on some of the stuff now, some of the better stuff.
It'll save you money. It'll save you money, especially this. Temperance.
Save you time getting it as well.
Yeah, if D-Mock. This is why D-Mock couldn't come back. A special this. Oh my god! You could go summon this, tribute this for D-Mock.
That seems a bit good.
And get its effects. So that's stupid. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video, one of our first videos. Tell me any improvements, what you want. You know, as I said before, you're the sir, you're the boy. Thank you very much.
See you later, YouTube.
See you later, alligator.